Court does call the case of Virtual Properties versus Courtney McCoy.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Carissa Gazzari appearing for plaintiff.
And
here comes Judge Simpson, and trust me, when he walks in, everyone sits up a little straighter. What's about to unfold isn't just paperwork, it's people fighting for their homes.
Kenneth Rutley. All right, you'll need a camera, Mr. Rutley. And where are we on this case?
Your Honor, the outstanding balance is $4,020, which includes $220 in court costs. I believe the notes that I have from the last hearing indicate that they are planning on moving.
Mr. Rutley, is that correct? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Yes, sir.
You're moving? When do you plan on moving?
I believe the 19th.
The 19th?
Yes, sir.
I'll find no tribal issue after hearing. Will grant a judgment for the amount of the $4,020 judgment for possession. And if you're moving by the 19th,
Notice how quickly the judge rules here. That's because once the rent's unpaid and no valid defense is offered, the law is pretty clear. Landlords win possession almost automatically. Do you think that's fair, or should tenants get more wiggle room?
the writ date would be the 15th, but I'll have the writ issue the 18th, September 18th, 2025.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, so should I extend the on here?
Yes, extend the writ date on there. If it doesn't look like they're moving, you can then proceed on the 19th. She needs judging. No, I'll sign it. You can put it in the file. Thank you, Mr. Rudley. Exactly. Court calls the case of Evergreen Apartments versus Ratiba Bisharf.
Carissa Gazzari appearing for plaintiff.
Not checked in. Would you like to proceed? Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Go ahead.
Action for non-payment of rent. The rent to retain possession is $6,233.77. Court costs of $172 for a total redemption of $6,405.77. Plaintiff is requesting entry of a default judgment for possession with a writ to issue after 10 days if the total amount remains unpaid.
Judgment to the plaintiff. That is by default.
Boom, another default judgment. In plain English, that means the tenant didn't show up, so the landlord wins by default. It's like forfeiting a game before it even starts. Ever wonder why so many people don't appear in court for these cases?
Possession redemption amount is in the amount requested. Writ to issue 10 days. Court does call the case of Evergreen Apartments versus Christine Baker. Christine Baker, not checked in. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. This is an action termination of tenant plead due to violation of lease paragraph 25, as well as the resident handbook rules that are referenced in the notice to quit. Defendant has failed to vacate the lease premises. Plaintiff is requesting entry of a default judgment for possession with a writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff. That is by default for possession. No redemption amount. Writ to issue in 10 days.
Thank you.
Court does call the case of Evergreen Apartments versus Charlotte Shamira.
Horrific is very for plaintiff.
She's here. Oh, there she is. Yes, come on. Name.
Charlotte.
All right, where are we on this case?
Your Honor, the outstanding balance is $2,620.78, which includes court costs.
All right. How are we getting this paid?
So I have interviews at morning jobs. I'm a server at night. We're a bit slow right now, and I have 2 serving jobs. I also applied for rental assistance through my job, and I think I might apply to for an SCR. I just
Okay.
yeah.
So,
This is the rare moment where you see a judge trying to save someone's tenancy by splitting payments into chunks. He's basically saying, prove you can keep up, and I'll give you a shot. High stakes. If she misses just one payment, eviction comes fast.
how do you anticipate, or when do you anticipate you'd have this paid off?
Before the end of the month, or by the end of the month.
Okay, let's break that apart. So today's the 5th. So how much can you pay by the 19th? See if we can salvage your tenancy.
Maybe 1,000, possibly over 1,000. I'm not technically hired at Starbucks, but I'm hoping that I can start next week. I've had an interview already, but I have to talk to the store leader, the shift leader.
Okay, let me ask you this. If I were to issue a judgment, this may be for plaintiff's objection, that you would pay $1,300 by the 19th. Do you think you can do that? And then the balance would need to be paid by the end of the month, the 30th?
Try. I can't promise. I can't promise.
I get it, but
I don't know how the checks are gonna align up with Starbucks, or yeah, I don't know.
okay. Because my other option would be, because there isn't an issue for me to try in this case, that I would give them a judgment, but the order of eviction date would be the 15th
This month.
of this month. And I don't want to do that if I don't have to.
Yeah.
So what I was trying to do in my head is try to split it so that you basically pay half by the 19th and then the other half by the end of the month.
Okay.
You want to give that a shot?
Yes.
Okay. So, and again, this may be a plaintiff's objection, but I'm going to find no tribal issue. I'm going to grant a judgment for possession in this case, with a writ to issue as follows: that a writ to issue the 19th, unless defendant pays $1,300 by that date. Writ is extended to the 30th. Okay, you understand that, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, so you need to come up with, basically broken apart in 2 parts. You need to come up with 1,300. However, you're gonna try to do that by the 19th. That gives you some time, and then that will give you additional time to the end of the month to get it all paid. Okay?
Yes.
All right. Got the best I can do. Okay, thank you. Court does call the case of Evergreen versus Dion Stevens.
Marissa Kazari for plaintiff.
Yes, here, sorry.
All right, I need a camera, please. All right,
Sorry.
thank you. All right, what is the claim in this case and where are we?
You're on, this is Mr. Stevenson.
Yes.
The outstanding balance is $5,622.27, which includes the court costs.
All right.
Here's the human side, a family of 3 hanging by a thread, depending on assistance programs. But remember, the court only looks at dollars and deadlines, not the personal struggles behind. Should judges weigh life circumstances more heavily?
Mr. Stevenson, how are you going to get that paid?
Well, I'm waiting on my Hawk appointment on the 9th, and I filled out my SCR application, and I had an interview with them and waiting on a call back with them, and so I'm waiting on to see if I can get some help with them, those 2 agencies right now.
How many people are in your unit?
Just me and my girlfriend, my baby mother, and my son.
So 3.
Yes.
So that you know, the SCR is going to pay you only a maximum of $620. If there's funding available, would be at a max of 3,000. So there's $2,260 or basically $2,300 that you need to come up with.
With those two agencies, I can come up with that by like.
Pardon?
I said if I can get help with those two agencies, I can come up with that 2,300 by the middle of the month.
When is your Hawk appointment?
On the 9th.
Okay, well, here's what I'm going to do. The total amount, council, was how much? 5,200?
$5,622.27.
Got it. I'm going to find no tribal issue. I'm going to grant a judgment for possession. In this case, for the full amount of the judgment, or for the full amount, including cost. I will extend, sir, I'm going to extend the order of eviction date. It would normally be the 15th. I'll extend that to the 22nd, an additional week. So you'll be able to have your Hawk appointment, see what's there. SER will have answered. And then you can, somehow or another, you're going to have to come up with the rest by that date. Okay?
Okay, and if I don't, do I get the 30 days before I can move?
Pardon?
If I don't get accepted with the Hawk, would I get the 30 days to move?
Well, no, you get to the 22nd.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Court calls the case of Evergreen versus Matt Hilton.
I
need a sticker, please. Your name, sir?
Matt Hilton.
All right. What is plaintiff? Where are we on this case?
Your monthly outstanding balance, including court costs, is $3,488.24.
All right. Sir, how are you intending on trying to get this paid?
I have a job right now.
Pardon?
I have a job right now. I get paid on the 10th and on the 24th.
10th and the 24th?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to be able to pay this full amount by that time, or?
Probably not. I'm trying to get my hours up. Currently, I'm at 25. I'm trying to get up to 40. Start the job.
Okay, well, by the 10th, how much are you going to be able to pay?
I don't know. It would be, my last check was over 700. It's going to be a little bit more. I can probably pay 700. And then the 24th would be, depending on how many hours I can get. I don't know.
Have you applied for any assistance at all, sir?
Not currently. No, I've called for legal services and tried to talk to a lawyer.
Okay, but have you applied to any of the agencies that are on the video we showed to try to get some assistance
I have not.
with this?
I have not.
Okay.
I'm willing to, but I mean,
Why? Pardon?
I can try.
Court's going to find that there's no tribal issue after hearing in this case. I'm going to grant a judgment for possession for a total amount of the $34,8824 with a writ to issue the 22nd. I'll give you an additional week, but that's about the best I can do, sir.
I don't understand the time dates of having to get out.
Pardon?
It's not clear to me.
You
The
know,
dates and times at which I'm supposed to be leaving if I don't pay. Just make it
if
clear.
you don't pay, you either need to pay or leave by the 22nd. That's what the
22nd.
judgment is going to say.
Okay, so
This tenant is scrambling for legal help and seems lost in a maze of assistance programs. It shows the bigger issue. Without guidance, tenants can miss lifelines that might save their housing. Would you know where to turn if you were in his shoes?
when I tried to work something out with them, I never got a reply back. And so once they had issued the eviction notice and once I received it, I decided not to try to pursue that as well because of that. And then I had made a payment of $450